Anyone can start an apple tree, wherever, and I'll prove it to you here in this video how I successfully did it in Dubai. Yes, Dubai. Now, please note that I did start these seeds of a store-bought apple, and as you see, one apparatus didn't work out so well. This video will make sure that you don't end up with wasted apple seeds. Hey plant lover, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you've been great and your plants are in awesome shape. Let's get to it and see how we can do that without any fuss. And mind you, the apple tree has perfect foliage, beautiful flowers, and the fruit, yes, the fruit is mind-blowing too. So if you haven't got an apple tree yet, time to change that right away. Things you should do and things you shouldn't do. What should be the temperature range an apple tree would be comfortable with? Can they keep on growing in water or not? How would they react when transferred to soil? The video will cover all these things, so stay tuned and know what simple things you got to keep in mind while propagating apple seeds. Extract the seeds and make sure the apple is stored in the fridge and not outside before this process. Some might get cut or they haven't matured. Discard those seeds and only keep the complete ones. Two things now. Get an airtight container and some napkins. Lay the seeds between the napkin layers and spray water gently all over. Not too much, just enough to keep the seeds moist all over. Head to the refrigerator and place the apparatus inside and make sure you do not disturb it for the next 10-15 days. After 10 days, there we have, the seeds are starting to germinate. Time to respray some more water inside the container and seal it once again and send it back to the fridge. Just for the experiment's sake, I had made two containers. One was kept inside the fridge and offered temperatures between 5 and 6 degrees Celsius, and the other one was kept at room temperature. And you see the mold building up inside the container, which was outside, and of course the seeds would eventually die. So please make sure the seeds stay in a much cooler environment to germinate. Three weeks and this is what we have. The newly propagated plants are touching the top of the container. Right before the outer seed covering comes off, time to transfer these seeds to water or soil as growing media. I knew the soil would not work too well, but I had to try it to share what all can go wrong and why water is the preferred medium if you live in hot and humid conditions. Once again, the apple tree is beautiful and you must do it anyway. It shouldn't matter, the fruit would be, in most cases, of inferior quality as compared to the parent fruit. Reuse a plastic bottle, cut off the head, and make it like an inverted cone. Block off the base with a porous material. I'm using coal. It would let the water through in small quantities continuously, and more importantly, it won't harm the plant in any way. And furthermore, it would keep the water fresh for longer periods. The white granules you see here are called perlite. The standout quality of perlite is that it is made of the outer convex shells of glass bubbles and concave openings, so each particle can soak up a good amount of water. So this setup will do right by the young roots, not let them rot away due to excessive and direct contact with water. Hence the plant would keep growing for years without much of anything else required. Spray some water every other day to keep the top moist, and of course the perlite will take care of things at the bottom, allowing the right amount of moisture around the plant's bottom. So I'm starting 2 apple trees in perlite and water, and the rest would be started in soil. And these water ones would be kept indoors on a windowsill so that the temperature is always below 24 degrees Celsius and some indirect sunlight is always within the reach. Normal garden soil would be the way to go, and I know the chances are quite slim here, but we got to go through with our experiment, right? The temperatures would be around 40 degrees Celsius, can't help it, and that would simply mean no chance they would survive. But an experiment is an experiment, and we will come to an inference by seeing through each step. So here we go. Both the media are in place with young apple trees taking it well for the first few hours. Let's see what happens during the coming few days. The water medium has enabled the young trees to come up with true leaves, and the soil ones are struggling already. No sign of true leaves yet, and I have my reservations about that ever happening given the conditions I've been giving these young apple trees outside. It's been a few days, and look, the water propagation is already making progress. And the soil ones, one day they were there, and the next day I didn't see anything, all dried up and dead. This is the first time I'm looking at an apple tree leaf so closely, and no words can describe how I feel. They look beautiful, and the best part, these young trees won't mind if you offer them a permanent place on your study table, dining table, or your work table, provided some indirect sunlight hits the plants or trees for a few hours each day. Moment of truth. Let's have a look at another magnificent part of these two young apple trees, the roots. I love this part. Healthy roots are the most important thing for all the plants, and always a sight to look at the roots because they are always in hiding. So no doubt a rare sighting awaits you. How did you like the video? Please make sure you let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share it with your friends and family members. To be truthful here, I didn't expect these seeds to grow into trees given I'm in Dubai, and I was surprised by the delivery of perlite and water on that front. Pretty happy and satisfied. Hope you would also try this method, and soon we'll be bragging about raising an apple tree. More if you got space for that. I'll be back soon with another interesting video. Have a good week. Stay safe, stay healthy. Cheers. Goodbye.